let me just say, I love a zipper, okay? Don't even get me started on snaps. Whoever invented snaps, I'm sure was innovative at the time. And I know that snaps have their place, but I don't think that they have their place on baby sleepers where you have to do 20 snaps and then invariably you've missed the one in the middle, then you have to redo the whole thing. Nobody should have to do that on 2 hours of sleep. It's just not healthy. Hello to all of the beautiful birthing people out there. You guys look radiant today. I wanted to first start off this video with a really quick thank you guys for all of your support and your super kind and sweet and encouraging comments on my last video. Sharing your own stories and your own vulnerabilities and then your own successes and triumphs, which were so encouraging to read. And while I have read all of them, I've sat down a few times to try and respond to them, and I just get very overwhelmed. So if you had a question for me, something more pressing, if you could shoot me on Instagram a DM, that is actually the best way to reach me to make sure that you get an answer. Only because YouTube comments, like, I read it and then if I don't answer it right then, it's really easy for it to get lost in the shuffle. Actually, this is important to announce too. This whole video is going to be 10 things that your labor nurse wants you to buy for your new baby, or good purchases for newborns. These are things that I personally buy as shower gifts, things that have been tried and true for me over the past 2 babies and hopefully 2 babies in the future. And I'm going to be giving away a lot of the products that I talk about today on an Instagram giveaway. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do that because you can win like a whole bunch of super awesome, cool stuff. Without further ado, I'm going to start off by talking about a few things that I actually won't be giving away because I believe that they need to be really specific to you. So the first one that you need for your baby is a safe place to sleep. Now, the American Association of Pediatrics recommends that babies share a room with their parents for the first year of their life, and this is going to look different for every person based on the amount of space that they have in their room. Some people will totally set up a separate crib. For us, we did a pack and play with the newborn insert when baby was little. There's a halo bassinet that kind of swivels. That's great for moms who've had C-sections. If you want to go super advanced and technological, there's the snoo that like rocks your baby to sleep. If we have another child, I think that I would invest in some sort of Moses basket. 1, because it's super cute and functional, but 2, because you can move it around, which I think is really important. That brings me into thing number 2 that's really useful to have for a baby, and this is a place to put your baby. A baby receptacle is what one nurse I used to work with called them, just around the house, because there's going to be times like when you need to go to the bathroom or when you're trying to cook something on the stove and you don't want to be holding your baby, obviously, because you don't want to burn your baby. A place to put your baby that is safe for them and that is a place that they're happy. So this is where the DockATot could come in handy as a safe place to put baby with direct supervision. They are not safe for sleep. They are not safe to put in the crib, even though they kind of market themselves that way because of the risk of suffocation, but a place to put baby. Similarly, I had the boppy holder where you could place baby. We also really liked the rocker. That was really nice, our little one like that. But I have never had a colicky baby. So for some people, this might look like a swing or something with batteries, something that vibrates. This can be really useful, but I don't think that you have to have those things. We had a swing with our first and didn't use it at all with our second, and I gave it away. Another thing to kind of remember is that any of these things that keep baby in a slightly more upright position or a slightly more curled up position or have those suffocation risks should not be used unsupervised. So your baby shouldn't be sleeping in the swing overnight. A nap in the swing while you're there is one thing, but when you're asleep or not supervising them, it's not a safe place to leave your baby because of the risk of suffocation, because of the risk of them kind of curling up and having issues. Another thing that I want to talk on real quick is something else that I'm not going to be giving away. I promise we're going to be getting to the giveaway soon, but this is going to be specific for each person. So we talked about having a safe place for baby to sleep, and baby's probably going to be in your room for the first 6 months to a year. But if baby's taking a nap in a safe sleeping location and you want to be doing something else, this is where baby monitors can really come in handy. There are so many vastly different baby monitors that generally all kind of do the same thing. So you have some that have cameras, some that connect to your phone and to Wi-Fi, some that are just audio. You have to find out what works for you. But having a monitor so that you can put baby in a safe sleeping location and be apart from them is going to be really important for your mental health and also just for getting things done. Showering, eating. These are the things we can't always do when we have a baby on top of us, even though our babies always want to be on top of us. So let's talk about one thing that you can do if you have a baby who always wants to be on top of you. Personal philosophy is that I really like to be holding and keeping my babies close as much as possible. Really try to maximize tummy time because we know that that helps with strength down the road and all of our milestones. So one way that I do this, that I keep my babies happy, is through baby wearing. Now, if you didn't know, I'm a big fan of baby wearing, and with my second, I became a big fan of ring slings. So I have a ring sling right here. These are the ones where you are able to have baby across your body and then just right in here. Have a little one tucked in. These are safe for newborns because you actually like make a little pocket for them. I just loved wearing my youngest in the ring sling, and it was just like super easy and portable. So get our little baby in there. So I love the Wildbird ring slings, and the Modal fabric, I believe is how you say it, is really, really soft and supportive and great for brand new little babies. So that's the first thing that I'm going to be giving away, is a Wildbird ring sling in the Modal fabric. It has rose gold rings just like this one, but it is a slightly more subdued blue color. I thought that this was really nice because it could be used for a boy or for a girl. So that's it right there. It's kind of coming off purple on camera, but I'll try and take a little better picture of it and insert it. This is just a slightly blue ring sling. So going from there, another thing that we like to do, obviously, is swaddling our babies. So I've talked a lot before about the Halo sleep sack swaddles, because you're able to swaddle baby up and Velcro them and zip them. Baby looks like this at the end. And these I used with both of my kiddos, and I really, really enjoyed it. So this is a newborn one that I'm going to be giving away to you guys. That's good for babies 6 to 12 pounds. Now, if you want to manually swaddle your babies, and I love doing this, we're taking pictures. These blankets are just really soft, good for tummy time. Really like the Lulu Company blanket. So this is just a nice 48 by 48 inch knit blanket. It's that nice soft stretchy material, so you can really swaddle your babies up nicely. I will insert a picture of Holden swaddled up in his. These are really nice multi-purpose blankets. They also can be used if you're somebody who feels like you need a nursing cover or a pumping cover. These can work beautifully for that as well. But I have another, I will show you mine first. So this is the Milk Snob car seat covers. These I would use as a car seat cover. You can also use it as a nursing cover. I'm not the biggest fan of nursing covers because I like for you to be able to see what you're doing. But what I did use this for is for pumping, particularly if I was pumping in the car, as to not make the people around me feel super uncomfortable. I understand looking over and being like, oh my gosh, that woman is pumping while she's driving, not something that you're expecting to see. So I would use this for pumping in the car or as a car seat cover. This would be great if you were needing to take baby into a store or into the pediatrician's office as a car seat cover. In the summer, it is not safe to use car seat covers outside because they can increase the temperature near baby up to 20 degrees with the heat and with the sunshine. So these are good over the car seat in the winter to keep baby warm, but not so much in the summer, but they have many other uses. They also, eventually we're allowed to take our babies out to eat in restaurants again, can go over like the high chair to kind of keep them from touching things, or in a shopping cart, these can go over baby to kind of keep them from touching and trying to like chew on the shopping cart handles. I don't know if other people's kids did that, but mine like still would do that if they were allowed to go in stores. This is really useful for all of that. So I have 2 of these, and whoever wins can let me know. I have that one, which honestly I think is pretty gender neutral, but then I also have a more flowery one. So we kind of have options there. Now going off of breastfeeding, I made my whole like things not to bring to the hospital that you didn't really need your boppy for breastfeeding in the hospital. I stick by that. I don't love the boppy for breastfeeding. I think it's a really good tool for tummy time, but not so much for breastfeeding. But for breastfeeding, and I unfortunately don't have one of these that's not wrapped up, but I will insert some pictures. I love the Breast Friend. So I'm not gonna unwrap this because this is gonna be yours, but this pillow is really nice. It's a very firm foam, and it has a strap So it actually goes around you and sits up next to your skin as opposed to the boppy, which sometimes can sit out here and then baby can fall into the little space in between. So it creates a nice little shelf to help you support baby, to help support your arms when you're breastfeeding. I'm a big fan of the Breast Friend, especially with little babies where you're having to guide them a little bit more to the breast to help you maintain better posture, not being hunched over your baby, help bring the baby up to your breast level is really what we want to make sure that we're doing. So I think the Breast Friend is a really good tool to have for that, and so that's why I'm going to be giving that to you. Two more things that I love to give out as baby shower gifts that I think are really useful, and I will explain why. The first are Cloud Island sleepers. These are my absolute favorite. I wish that they made these in bigger sizes. I still would keep my kids in these. The reason why I love these so much is one small feature. First off, they're soft, they're nice, they're breathable cotton, they're good for summer or winter, but they zip up from the bottom. So in the middle of the night, you can unzip, change the diaper, zip back up without having to take the whole thing off. First off, let me just say, I love a zipper, okay? Don't even get me started on snaps. Whoever invented snaps, I'm sure was innovative at the time, and I know that snaps have their place, but I don't think that they have their place on baby sleepers where you have to do 20 snaps, and then invariably you've missed the one in the middle, then you have to redo the whole thing. Nobody should have to do that on 2 hours of sleep. It's just not healthy. So I love these because of the zipper, because they come in a variety of sizes, and you get 3 of them for, I want to say $12. This does not have the price on it, probably because they're so good for baby shower gifts. I brought a boy one, or gender neutral if you don't know the gender, and then these that are obviously very flowery and girly, and I just love them. I love all of them. I probably have like 30 pairs of them for Holden through all the different sizes. He wore all of them. And they're nice because they are a little bit long, so they fit for a little bit longer, but they still fit true to size as well. So these are the newborn sizes that I got for you guys. And then the last thing I got, because I know we talked about in our newborn video, acrocyanosis, hands and feet are a little bit chilly, but I also said I'm not a big fan of baby socks, are these guys. So these are by Gumi Kid. These are the Gumi boots. I think I'm saying that right. And I have one that's not in the package that's mine. So these are nice little socks, cotton, breathable. Again, I think they might have warmer ones. They have some as babies get bigger with grippies on the bottom, but baby's foot goes inside and then velcroed nice and tight, and there's elastic in the back, and it keeps baby's foot in the sock and nice and warm, and you really can't lose socks. It's very hard for kiddos to pull these off as they get bigger. And while these are the one for like our smallest of kiddos, they have some room to grow, so these fit for a while. And I know like it seems silly, but if you have ever tried to put and keep socks on a baby, you will understand the genius of this design. These are another baby shower go-to gift for me. I just think that they are sweet and precious. The ones that I got for you guys are just like little mint dots. I don't know if you're gonna be able to fully see because of the packaging, but again, I'm not gonna take the packaging off because these aren't mine to keep. That is my whole video. Those are my 10 essentials for a newborn. Really basic things, but things that all moms can use, and obviously you can get fancy and technological if you want to as well. But these are just kind of my basic things that I think will really universally across the board will work for most parents and most babies and make your life just a little bit simpler when you have a brand new baby to take care of. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Head over to my Instagram to enter to win all of this wonderful stuff. And my next video is going to be the 10 things your labor nurse doesn't want you to buy for your newborn. It's gonna get a little controversial, but we are gonna talk about it. Thanks so much. Bye guys.